My wife can score more than 2 buckets on 11 shots.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Call the Yankees my daddies.
And they run through our like through a tin horn, man, and we could not stop them.
My mom's weighing in. Is she mad?
Was to sign Lamar Odom, who was on crack.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
The Defend the Route podcast with Ethan Sanabria and Christopher Iacobelli.
Hello and welcome back to the Defend the Route podcast. It's been a minute, my bad. I'm taking like 18 credits over the summer, a little crazy, but we have a fire podcast today. Chris, how you doing? It's been a while.
It's been we do recordings once a month at this time now, basically.
Pretty much, but they're always really fun. You know, I like listening
it's quality
over to
over
our
quantity.
It is really quality. Like, I remember when we started off, we would do once a week, and I was, like, listening to it again, and I was like, wow, this is trash. Now I'm listening to it again, and I'm like, man, look, I'm kind of entertaining. It's kind of exciting,
quality,
you know?
It's quality trash.
It's quality trash. Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. I mean,
That's
yeah, I
good
guess,
thing.
sure. Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, I feel like we go through this every time, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm to the point where I'm like, hey, look, I can show my friends, hey, look, this is our trash podcast. But it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining. So, yeah, it's a good time. Would you show your friends our podcast, Christopher?
Well, my friend has been on the podcast.
That is true. That is true. That explains our 2 views on last episode.
Adam!
Let's go. Adam Bilal. And then I clicked
mogul.
Hey, I have a question. Actually,
Yeah.
we were talking about it earlier because I uploaded it super late just because the 18 credit hours. Did you even click on the podcast? Or because I saw it, or you told me earlier that it...
I saw it, I didn't click on it. I didn't click on it. Being honest, I didn't click on it.
We have a mystery view somewhere. That's hilarious. Okay. As I said, we always start, same thing, per usual. You know the drill. Trivia question of the day. This NBA player has had a former NBA teammate in at least one NBA Finals, every NBA Finals, dating back to the 1983-84 season.
Oh, yeah.
That streak, that streak finally broke last night as the Bucks played the Suns. A 37-year streak. Who was that player?
It was Shaq.
It was Shaquille O'Neal. It was pretty interesting to, looking at all the teammates that he had. Like, LeBron, I mean, it's kind of unfair. LeBron counted for, the last 8. But, still, it was pretty interesting to see that Shaq is that, well-versed in the NBA. I mean, how many teams did he play for? 7?
Yeah. Magic, Lakers, Heat, Suns, Cleveland,
Celtics.
Boston. That's 6. So 6.
6. So I was close. Pretty close. Good times. So, is there anything else you want to go off on that point? I think it's going to be a little bit of a shorter podcast this episode, correct? But would you want to start off with our NBA playoffs, or do you want to go right into our Euros?
Let's go on the Euros. I'm feeling the Euros right now.
Okay, so we had 2 games. Italy played Spain yesterday, and England played Denmark. Which one do you want to go over first?
Let's do Italy. Let's do Italy. My paisans. They made it to the final.
Forza Italia.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. I mean, this kind of like one of my look. I don't have a problem with Italy. I love Chiesa. He's awesome. Immobile's cool. Insigne's cool. It just.
What? What's your problem? What's your problem with great football?
I don't
entertaining football. What's your problem?
Mancini has done a very great job turning around that 2018 squad. There's just something about Italy that it's just like Italy. I just don't like them.
You just have a schema from prior Italian football teams.
Probably.
Yes.
I've seen.
You cannot watch this team. You cannot watch this team and not be entertained. They're the most entertaining international team I've ever watched.
The most entertaining international
They
team
play they play such heavy metal football for an international team. I never thought I'd see that. I never thought I'd see a team that presses so much in an international game.
I don't know. I personally I like that France 2018. From all the teams that I've seen, that team was really really good. That team was cool. The Netherlands in what was it? 2012. That was a team that I enjoyed watching, or 2010. I think it was either one of those. Those were two teams that I enjoyed watching a lot. This Italy team is really good. Look, you have Immobile up top. Chiesa's either on the right wing or off the bench. You have Insigne as well. Spizignola is probably one of the best left backs outside of Luke Shaw right now in the world. So, I mean, this is a really good team. It's a really good side. And like I said, I don't know. I think I just don't like Italy because I just don't like Italy. There's just not, it's funny. I own an Italian jersey, the green one that they came out this year. Their kit. It's very beautiful. I should have worn it on there. But actually, for the first time in the entire tournament, I will be rooting for Italy in the finals.
You don't want it to come home?
No, I don't want it to come home. Not at all.
Why? I'm at such an impasse, Ethan, because you know how much I love the English. I love British things. I absolutely love British things. But I can't go against the motherland. I really can't. So, but it's a shame. But I'm obviously rooting for Italy.
It's weird, because I've rooted as a neutral for pretty much this entire tournament. For either one. I just want to watch good football. You know what I mean? And often or not, the games that I tuned into were really trash. Shout out to England, Scotland. And I think Croatia, Czech Republic. And you know what's the greatest part about being in class during summer, having 18 credits? You'll be watching the game, and it'll be like, 0-0. And then the next thing you know, it's, 2-1, 1-0, and then it's like 3-1.
Yeah.
As soon as you transition from one class to another, and then you finish class around the 80th minute, and then you go travel to another class, and it's 3-3.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the end time where I watch France versus Switzerland, and I have to watch all the highlights back. It's so unfair. I hate it. But that was such a good game as well. I know. Sorry, that's a little bit of tangent. But I love this French team. Why couldn't they have...
I like the French team, but in 2018, but now they're just too cocky. They're so cocky.
Oh, I agree.
You see what Pogba did? Did you see what Pogba did with that third goal? He did so many celebrations for no reason whatsoever. Like they were too cocky. Mbappe, I don't know what he was doing this Euros. I don't know. Something was wrong with him in the head.
He was AFK. He left his controller. That's the.
He's hanging with Neymar too much. He is hanging out with Neymar too much.
Neymar's getting, and then just if you want to go into it, look, PSG, Pochettino is just like, I don't want to coach Mbappe or Neymar anymore.
There's no accountability on that team. The players run that team. Pochettino has no Pochettino cannot bench Neymar because Neymar does something stupid. He can't bench Mbappe.
And I think that just goes into the entire French football problem. There's a lot of egos in French football. It makes it fun, you know what I mean? Like they're the bad guy.
Yeah, but they won the
World. It's interesting to watch them play.
Yeah, they won the World Cup. So there's not. People are calling for Deschamps to be fired and stuff, and I'm like, he won a World Cup. It's really hard to win a World Cup.
But who genuinely likes the people on the French team? You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
How I feel about the French. You know how I feel about the French.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we've been over this.
I can't stand
nobody.
I like Conte. Conte. I love
that's it. We love Conte, and then name another player you like.
I like Mbappe. You know I like Mbappe.
I like Mbappe too, but Mbappe can get. I can see why people don't like Mbappe.
Giroud.
I can see why. I definitely can see why people don't.
Why? Like what's up with Giroud?
He
doesn't do anything.
Exactly, that's the problem. He'll score amazing, kicks, and then be a dud in front of goal sometimes. That's why I just don't like Giroud sometimes.
He's a Champions League winner. He's a Europa League winner. He's a World Cup winner. You can show highlights of his goals 50 years from now, and kids are gonna be like, "Geez, this guy was so good." Giroud's good. Varane's nice.
I guess he likes to make a lot of mistakes. Isn't he going to United now? I like Pogba too.
Allegedly. Rumored.
Allegedly.
Also, yeah,
Oh,
I like Pogba. I think he's under. I think people hate on him too much.
I think United's just using him wrong. I really think
Oh,
he's an
yes.
interesting player. Like, if he could be like what he is to France all the time, I think he'd probably be my favorite player in the entire world. That's how interesting his game is. Did you see the through pass he made against
Oh, yes.
Switzerland? Yeah,
Yes.
they were the only reason why he was in that game. Well, I mean, not the only reason, but he was definitely the man of the match for the most part.
Yeah, he had that
Outside of maybe Summer.
he had that one mistake he made in the I don't know what, the 88th minute or like 86th minute or whatever. He gave up the ball, but that's besides the point. He still had an amazing game that day. And I don't know, him and Man United, I think you're right. They don't use him properly. They play him too deep. He plays too much. He's not a box to box midfielder. He can
And
only
they try
use
to
him
make him one.
Yeah. But I don't know. But we gotta see what. Let's get back to Italy versus Spain.
I kind of wanted to go over a little bit more of the countries, just because it's been a while.
Oh yeah, let's. We started. Our last episode was before the Euros,
Right.
so that we can do a summary of the Euros so far.
Summary of the Euros so far. What did you think of Belgium's performance in the Euros? And do you think they have a chance after this
No.
major tournament?
I think the golden generation is done. The golden generation is over. And Roberto Martinez was the manager. He was saying, like, because people ask him, do you consider the golden generation a failure? And he was like, well, it depends what you mean by a failure. Because in all reality, the country of Belgium, before this golden generation, what did they do? Absolutely
Not
nothing.
good. Nothing.
At least now they compete for things.
Right.
But granted, it's still, you should have beat that Italian team. You had chances to beat that Italian team. 2014, you only beat America. It took a Tim Howard legendary performance, and you still almost lost. Like you almost lost to Tim Howard.
And what? Tim Howard, Clint Dempsey, and was Landon
Josie
Donovan
Altidore.
still on that?
No,
just Josie.
Donovan got dropped. Remember he got dropped by Klinsmann, and that was a big deal.
Right. I remember that now. It's been a while. It's 7 years since the United States was in a World Cup. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I think the Belgium golden generation is a complete failure.
You have prime Eden Hazard. You have prime De Bruyne. You have a really good Witzel. Witzel's super underrated. Now, I used to not like him just because of his throw. I don't know why. But, that dude's really good.
I know.
He was really good. And it's just sad.
Well, I think it's because he cares too much about him. I think it's because he cares too much about the money.
Really?
He plays for St. Petersburg in Russia.
Witzel.
No,
he plays for Borussia Dortmund. Axel Witzel?
I thought he was in Dortmund, and then he went to St. Petersburg.
No, he got injured this season. He's still at Dortmund.
What?
You can look it up. Look it up.
I believe you.
Maybe I'm tripping, but I remember him playing last season. Either way, Belgium, I think they've been a little bit of a failure. But I mean, just because you have a prime Hazard and you have a prime De Bruyne at the same time, you should be able to make things happen. But honestly, 2018 World Cup, they just ran into a France squad that was just ultimately better than them in almost every aspect outside of the two stars that they have. And it's just a little bit unfortunate. Oh, and Lukaku. So, as striker. But, did you find Witzel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
Dortmund, right?
Yeah.
I am right. Thank you. Speaking of right, I can't wait till we talk about NBA playoffs. But let's continue on. Back to other teams. Are there any other notable countries that you'd like to go over before we go back to Italy, Spain, England, Denmark?
No. Everyone else is just irrelevant.
Okay.
Portugal. We're talking about Portugal.
Yep. I would like to. Yep, that's exactly what that was the last one I wanted to go over. Portugal was a complete failure this cup. When your best player is a Bayern Munich, a failure, you're going to have a bad time. And Renato Sanchez. Fernandez couldn't find form in United's team. Jota looked good, but At the same time, the link-up play wasn't there with Ronaldo. Ronaldo didn't seem like he was on the same page as anybody, and Silva was just running with like a chicken with his head cut off, which is weird because like I enjoy that team. That team has talent. Ruben Diaz, Nicolas Pepe. All right, in the middle, you have Renato Sanchez, who plays great for Portugal. You have arguably the greatest player of all time, arguably, I'm not saying it, in Cristiano Ronaldo. You have a midfielder / winger, Bernardo Silva, who, while he's not having one of the best seasons in Manchester, he definitely played his role. He played, 46 out of 48 games as a starter, and he was a very key part of that midfield, at least just from an energy standpoint. Maybe not goal stand pat. And then you have Bruno Fernandes, who was a PFA finalist, obviously the Manchester United leader. What happened? It just seems like I feel like that's a coaching problem. And then João Felix only plays for like 10 minutes, especially when he could probably be a decent if you guys wanted to play like a false nine, or you just have him drop back and play like the De Bruyne version of Manchester City when he grabs the ball and he's able to make little passes to Ronaldo or Horta back up. I feel like they could have used him kind of like in the Havertz way. But I mean, I don't know. There's something wrong with Portugal. Portugal's not going to get. Do you think they're going to get better or worse after this year?
Better.
I think it's very interesting to talk about their future. Better.
I think the problem with Portugal is the same problem that I feel the Packers have had. Is that I love Ronaldo. I absolutely love Ronaldo a lot. But he plays in a style that everything has to be his. It has to be circled around him. If Ronaldo's not scoring a hat trick, you're not winning the game, and that's a problem. The man is 36 years old. He's like you talk about João Felix, right? You can't play João Felix with Ronaldo there as a striker. Because he's too static. He's too he clogs up too much. He needs space. It's the same thing with we talk about the 76ers with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. They don't work together because Ben Simmons needs space and Joel Embiid's clogging the paint. And we're taking it to soccer. This is the same problem. Like they're too. There's not enough space. It's too problematic with Ronaldo being there, and he's just too old. He can't do these things anymore. He can't carry these teams anymore. So that's I think Portugal has a Ronaldo problem.
Ooh, that's very interesting because it's like when I was watching Ronaldo play in Portugal, I was like, this is not the best player on the team. I looked at Horta. Horta was better. I looked at Sanchez. Sanchez was better. And honestly, I think Silva in games was better as well, which is kind of interesting. There was a lot of times where Ronaldo would point to his feet and then throw his hands up in the air, and then somebody would actually score a goal, and then he would just kind of walk off and not really be there fully. I mean, he'd go celebrate, but it's like, does Ronaldo really care? This is kind of an inch.
No, he cares.
He cares for sure. But it just seems like you said, it's got to go through Ronaldo. Like he wants it to go through Ronaldo. Team success is important, but is it equal to if it goes through Ronaldo? Or is that the only way he knows how to play? And it's the only way he knows how to play because he's done it for so long.
I think it's a case like that it's the only way he knows how to play. That he it's not that he's like, oh, it's got to go through me because I want all the glory. I don't believe it's that. I think it's like a mama mentality type deal that no, it's going through me because I'm going to be the one who's going to do it. I think it's like that type of thing. I don't think it's
he just believes.
There's no malintent with how he's playing. It's just that he's like, no, I'm the guy. I can do this.
Right, and it's kind of like what he's done throughout his entire career. I mean, you look at other players, and I think that's kind of like why Fernandes is struggling in that Portugal system. Is look at Dybala at Juventus. He was great until Ronaldo showed up. They played right through Ronaldo, and Dybala kind of disappeared. And he's been that for 3 years, and every year he's been in transfer talks because he doesn't even seem happy. Did you see the video where everybody was celebrating after a victory of winning a cup, and Dybala was just straight faced like this?
I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, he just doesn't seem happy to be there. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to talk about how other stars aren't able to work as well. I mean, it worked in Real Madrid mostly because most of your stars were in the midfield. You know what I mean?
And he was young.
Pass through, and he was a lot younger. Yeah, and he moved more. He had
Yes.
more movement as well, interchangeable. But yeah, I mean, I totally agree. This Portugal team is. I don't know if it's gonna get better though. It might stay a little stagnant and then move back up. Eventually, as the talent starts to age and gets into that middle era. But I want to talk a little bit about talent in general across the rosters of all European contenders.
Mm.
Does it seem as though there's like a lack of talent in prime age right now, outside of
No.
maybe like Belgium and France? No, look, check this. From what I've seen, is most players who are stars on their teams, for the most part, are really, really young. So what I'm saying is you haven't seen the best to come out of the teams. I mean, look at that England squad. They got like 25 and less for the most part, outside of maybe Harry Kane and Luke
Oh, I see
Shaw,
what you mean.
and then Kyle Walker. And you could go over. France is very well aged in that graphic. Belgium's a little old. You look at that Italian team, for the most part, they are quite young as well, outside of maybe Immobile and Insigne. And then the two center backs at the back. So it feels like a lot of the talent that's coming through are really young guys who they have a chance to either set a dynasty for their team, or it's going to be very interesting. Look at the Spain team as well. They had Pedri, Eric Garcia, Pau Torres, and one other guy, like Fernando Torres. Everybody seems very young compared to other years where it was a lot mixed. Do you agree with that statement?
That was a very good point. That like
Yeah.
from like think about it. From 2000, like we all talk about Ronaldo and Messi always winning the Ballon d'Or, yada 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 yada. From 2011 till now, can you name like how many people can you name that actually would genuinely contend for a Ballon d'Or?
2011 to now,
Yeah,
like as in seasons from
yeah.
2021.
I can't name. I don't think it's like right now. I think there's more than 15 people that could win the Ballon d'Or in the future. Like, there's more than 10 get 100% that could win the Ballon d'Or in the
Right.
future. But like from that time period of Messi and Ronaldo's peak, I don't think there's more than 10 people that were Ballon d'Or quality players. Ribery 1 year.
Eden Hazard, Ribery,
I don't Hazard was a
Ribery,
Ribery was one.
not in the 2016, not the 2017, 2016 season.
I don't
where
think
they
it
won
was.
the Premier League.
No, he just won a Prem.
Yeah, that's true.
Wesley Sneijder in
Ribery.
2010 was cool and all,
Okay.
but like that's 1 year. That's whatever. Like I'm talking about like this. Just there's a gap, like you were saying. There's a gap between the generation of Ronaldo and Messi, and like now the quality is just not there. And I
That's what
never
I'm saying. There's only
I never
like
thought about that until now.
there's only a real handful of talent between like the ages of 27 and like 34. There's only
Yeah.
like a couple guys. What Robert Lewandowski is like the big name in there, and then everybody else is kind of like mid. If that makes any sense? Maybe like a Toni Kroos,
Pogba.
a Pogba, and a Kevin De Bruyne. And outside of that, you've seen Griezmann fall. Conte's still pretty good, but there's a
great.
lot more. Yeah, Conte has a chance to win the Ballon d'Or.
He's not gonna win it.
Did you hear what I said? Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. I used to say that too sometimes also. Like misspoke. It's okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just pretty interesting. Like looking at some of the rosters and stuff like that. There's a very big generational gap talent. So I mean, that's what I wanted to bring up. But especially because like you look at like Pedri's like ruled that Spanish midfield the
Yeah.
entire time, and then you just have
Good.
Thiago on the bench, who's like in
That
that
was
age
buns.
bracket that we were talking about.
Thiago's
in the
actual
age-
buns.
Listen, he's in the age bracket that we're actually talking about,
Yeah.
and the 21-year-old is benching him. That's what I'm talking about. That's crazy.
There's a reason why in the 2012 season, 2013, the entire team of the year was just Real Madrid and Barcelona players. It was an entire La Liga team. Like this was back during also when the Premiership was actually not that good. Remember, the people were saying like, why isn't the Prem
Right.
that good? And like I don't think enough people talk about this, Ethan. You've stumbled upon a good assessment, I think. Like no one talks about this. There's a big gap with generational talent that like we just don't talk about. And I don't know if it's just because Ronaldo and Messi were just that good that like it just hindered everyone else's like time to shine.
All right, I think we're gonna do a little bit of research because it kind of just popped up in my head when we were talking about it. But for sure, I think we're gonna do a little bit of research, and maybe we'll have that on our next episode as our soccer cast part, as well as talking about the winner of the Euros between Italy and England. Is there anything else you want to go between Italy and England? Italy and Spain before we move on to England and Denmark.
No, I just realized, Ethan, we still have that top 10 transfer list that we never used.
No, I know. We still got to get that done. Last thing I want to talk about Spain, though, is Alvaro Morata is complete
Garbage. Yeah.
Garbage. Danny Olmo, oh my god, played
Garbage.
horrible. Trash. That team, Spain should have won that game, 100%.
Oh yes.
Like, there
If
was
they had a striker, they would have won.
Or a competent midfielder. Like you just, there's two things. Well, I mean, a competent attacking midfielder. Because I think Pedri played fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, there's nothing else I could say. I mean, you already know Alvaro Morata. He's Alvaro. This is like I just compare him to Higuain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except yeah, he's worse Higuain. He's Spanish Higuain. So that's pretty much it. And just is what it is. All right, English Denmark. I think Denmark was probably the best story of the entire Euros. You have your best player have a heart attack in the first game, then you make it to the semifinals against England, pushing on the door for a really good opportunity, or you had a really good chance throughout the game, and you met an English squad with Raheem Sterling, Harry Kane, Jack Grealish, Saka. Wait, okay. Also about the English squad, very very quickly. Do you think Saka should start over Sancho? Or Grealish or Foden?
No.
I don't think so either. What the heck's going on?
I don't know what Southgate's doing. I don't know. I watch it. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's so stagnant with his formation. His formation makes no sense.
You know when you play FIFA and you may have like a really, really bad player, but like he's fast? So you just have two fast wingers and run. He's playing FIFA. That's the only explanation.
That's not I don't understand his formation. I just don't get it.
I mean, to be fair, they have two defenders in the back, which does a decent job. They've had, one goal the entire tournament, so something's going right, you know what I mean?
No,
but I mean...
The attacking makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't understand why you don't play Jadon. I don't know what your fascination is with Raheem Sterling so much. Like, I don't know why you're so like enamored with him so much that you got to start him every single game. Jadon Sancho should be starting up right on the right. I don't care if he's a right midfielder, right winger. He should be on the right side. I don't know why and Jack Grealish should be. I thought Jack Grealish should have been playing, except for after this game. After this game, I understand why Jack Grealish doesn't play. As soon as he came on to the pitch, England just looked so disorganized. They looked like they didn't know what they were doing. There's a reason why he came off after being subbed on for Kieran Trippier or whatever.
Right. Okay, so there's a couple points that you made. I think Raheem Sterling needs to be a staple in the left wing. His link-up play with Kane has been pretty good this tournament, and he honestly looks like England's either first or second best player in that lineup.
He's just fast.
I'm not saying
he's just fast.
He's got decent dribble. He's not like
but his finishing is garbage.
That's true. His finishing is garbage. As a Manchester City fan, I know his finishing is completely terrible. But I mean, that's not what he's there for. He's there to pass it to Kane, and then every now and then he'll take a shot. But I mean, look, he was the reason why they scored. You know what I mean? That speed was able to give the own goal to Kajer, right? Kajer, own goal off of him.
Yeah.
And because he has to go back and defend that, and the line, the assist goes to, I guess, Saka, even though it's not an assist because it's an own goal. Because it goes across the line, they have to protect that, and it's going in. I mean, Sterling plays a decent job with Harry Kane, but I don't know what Saka does, to be honest, that Sancho couldn't do.
Yeah.
He does better.
They should play a 4-3, holding 4-3-3. It would be so perfect.
Who starts in that lineup? So let me see your dream England lineup go.
Pickford, goalkeeper, left, Shaw, Maguire, Stones, and then right back, Kyle Walker. Midfield, Mount, Foden, uh, Phillips. I'll use Phillips for now. Left wing.
No, wait, no Declan Rice. That's what I'm saying. Declan Rice has played great at CDM.
Declan Rice. Yeah, also Phillips has been playing fine also.
Phillips has also been playing very well. Honestly, if you're making a change, I either put Sancho on the right. I would just switch my wingers around. Make sure that's different like every single game so you get a new version of an attack. Put Grealish on the left or Sterling on the right. Or then you put Sterling on the left and then Foden on the right. Or you put Rashford on the left or Sterling on the
Rashford
right.
shouldn't start.
You keep it. Well, I'm just saying. And then Sancho on the right or Sterling on the left. Like, that's what I'm
Sancho
saying.
should be playing. Sancho should be playing. That's the only complaint. That's the only complaint.
Like 6 other guys that start over before Saka, including Rashford. But I don't know.
Foden could have started.
Foden definitely could have started, and he's played well this tournament. But yeah, I mean that's all that I have. So in the Italy-England game, who do you think is going to win? Let's go for
Italy
it.
2-1.
Italy 2-1. I'm gonna go.
I don't think England is that good. I don't think England is good as well coached. I think they're too unorganized.
I honestly think it'll probably go to penalties.
I don't think it will go to penalties.
No, you don't think so?
I think it's going to be 2-1, or it's going to be a blowout. Italy, like 4-0.
Wow, Italy blowout. They haven't given. Well, I mean, look at the thing about England is I don't know how good they are because they haven't faced anybody who's semi decent really.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know.
They did Germany and that's it, and they look shaky against Denmark. Which Denmark, don't disrespect Denmark. Denmark is a very good team, but they're not a Belgium. They're not a France. They're not.
They look shaky against Germany. If Muller makes that makes that like open. That wasn't an open goal, but like he was 1-on-1 with Pickford. If he makes it, it's tied.
Yeah, 100%. So what I was gonna say either Italy wins it 3-2 in regulation, or 2-2 and it goes to penalties.
And in penalties, you can't pick. You can't gamble penalties.
And then either way, I'm taking Italy, so it doesn't matter. Italy 2-2 in pens is my final prediction. And yeah, so I mean that's all we have to do with soccer for today, unless we want to talk Copa America a little bit. Because let me just read off what Kris put into the script. Ethan is stupid and doesn't think Messi's the GOAT even if he wins Copa America. Even though that's not what I said. I just said that the GOAT debate was, because we were talking about the GOAT debate, and we've done that on the GOAT cast already, but it was Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't believe that if Messi wins the Copa America, that the debate is over. I think there's always going to be a side to each debate, especially since Ronaldo has already won a Euro, and Ronaldo has been more effective in Champions League football for his team.
How?
I don't think the debate's going to be over, but I do believe.
How can you say
let me finish.
Okay.
They have more titles. That's it.
One.
I have to go with. And then Messi has one more Ballon d'Or. Look, I'm not saying that Messi isn't a better player overall. I'm just saying that the GOAT debate's going to continue. It doesn't.
What's the argument then? What would be the argument? Oh, he has one more Champions League than Messi. Wow. Messi's also part of 2 of the greatest teams of all time.
Which Ronaldo team would you probably say was their best in Real Madrid?
The one that they played against Juventus.
I think so too.
2016-17, I think it was.
What was it? 2012? What was it? 2012 Barcelona or 2013 Barcelona? That was so special.
No, 11.
Sorry. Tripping. Look, that team was put around him. Look, he has 2 of the best teams around him ever. I 100% guarantee. And I think Messi's a better player, and I think some of the teams are better. There's just going to be more people out there who are going to argue that Messi's better than Ronaldo. It's like Jordan has 6 rings, right? I mean, we're going to just compare it to NBA basketball. LeBron can win his next 3 in a row. And there's still going to be people who think Jordan's better.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
the GOAT debate doesn't end.
It should end.
Okay? It should end. That's your opinion.
Because Messi won. The one argument you have with Messi, he doesn't have an international trophy. Copa América.
But do you think he's gonna win Copa America?
Yeah. Why
I
not?
don't know. I think I'm taking Brazil in this one.
No.
They just have a better team.
We predicted this final.
Yeah,
Credit
we
to
did.
us. Credit to us. We
Yeah.
picked the two best South American teams to win the Copa America. Wow. So impressive. DTR.
Wait, what was our Euro final prediction?
I don't remember. I think we had France. We had France.
We
And
definitely had friends.
I think we deviated on who would be the second person. I think we said England. I think we said France and England.
I think you said France, England. I think I might have said France, Portugal.
I did say Italy was a dark horse.
You did say Italy was a dark horse.
But everyone said Italy was a dark horse.
You can't win 28 games in a row and be a dark horse.
Hey, no one was betting on them.
That's true. Did you put any money towards them?
No, I don't bet.
Speaking of not putting any money towards them, I think this is our way to segue into our NBA playoffs, and it's perfect. A little bit of a story time. I was asked by our neighborly, friendly billionaire, Sakline saluted, about who he should put money on
There's no way.
for the NBA Finals, right? And I told him, I was like, hey, look, I don't know if they're going to win, but the Phoenix Suns, you should put at least $10 on them to make the NBA Finals because they have a very, very good chance in the West. A good as chance as anybody. And he ignored me. So I would just like to say, you suck. We could have been making bank right now because the Phoenix Suns are going to take the NBA Finals. Did you watch last night's game? Drew Holiday played like trash per usual. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he played okay. Chris Middleton has played. He's played okay. His efficiency isn't there.
He's on and off.
And he's on and off, and that's the issue. If Middleton, Holiday, and Giannis all play well, they're going to win the game. But what are the chances they all three play well at the same time? What? Holiday shot 29% from the field again last game. He doesn't win. There's no way they're going to win that team. And they just couldn't stop Chris Paul. Look, in the first quarter, they made adjustments, correct? They were getting eaten alive in the mid-range, and it just wasn't good enough. They just got outplayed. And you look at the two games, even though in the regular season they both still look good, Phoenix took two of them. Okay? They were 3-0 so far. Honestly, Chris, 5 games.
Yeah.
5 games, and the Phoenix Suns
that's what Raheem has also.
will be NBA champions. Well, Raheem's been listening to the Defend the Route podcast too long. You already know.
So
big Suns.
Since you said the Suns in 5, that means the Bucks are going to win in 6. But no. But in all seriousness, you're right. I don't. The Suns are the only team that have not been bit by the injury bug, and they've had their own problems, and they're just the too well coached. I thought Tibbs should have been coach of the year. I retract my statement. I apologize. I apologize to the NBA. I apologize to the fans. Monty Williams should have been coach of the year. This is a dead finals, in my opinion. It's dead.
So
it's a boy.
Like, yeah.
You can't fake it. You're faking your enthusiasm.
No, I am fully enthusiastic.
No, I don't believe you.
Because my pick is making the finals and is going to win the NBA champions. And I could say, look, my team won for the first time in a while. You know how many times I've been wrong? I was wrong in Manchester City this year. It really hurt my feelings. So, I mean, I was wrong a couple times, a couple years. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I went blonde because I was wrong on the 3-1 Golden State Warriors. So, I mean, like, I've been wrong my entire...
I forgot about that.
I've been...
I forgot you did that. Talk about bad luck.
Yeah, I don't even know how that's even possible, but it is what it is. But I've been wrong. I mean, there's not a lot of things that I've been right on, which is kind of interesting because, so like, why are you guys listening to this podcast? Just for the shits and
Because my takes are good.
Oh, because your takes are good. My takes are fine. What?
I predicted Patrick Mahomes.
That wasn't even on this podcast. You're gonna bring this up every single episode.
I have a resume. You don't. I said I don't use dark horses. I am just on fire.
Yeah, you just also be saying a lot of things. So
I predicted. Okay. What have I said that's been wrong? Like drastically wrong.
I don't know. I
said the Nets wouldn't. I said the Nets wouldn't make the finals.
You did.
I did.
2 players got hurt. That's true.
That's all. I said they wouldn't make the finals.
Hey, I've gotten every series correct in this podcast, and you could go back and look at it. This entire podcast. So I just like to say I'm the NBA expert on this podcast. If you want soccer takes, you go to Kris. If you want NBA takes, you come to me. That's all I have to say. I tell it how it is. I haven't been wrong this entire series. 100%.
I haven't either.
Yeah, that's because every time you look at my notes and you're like, oh yeah, that's a really good point.
It's not my fault you take from my my school of thought.
You copy my style word for word, bar for bar, bro. Soulja Boy and
Soulja.
Drake, what's going
Soulja,
on,
relax.
dude?
You can be Soulja Boy because you can be Soulja Boy. Go ahead.
Copy my old style, dog. Ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, Suns are gonna take it. So you have the Suns as well?
Yeah.
Dead series?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about playoff issues and with the injuries so far. LeBron was right. Too many injuries. Giannis got injured. Trae Young got injured. Joel Embiid got injured. Harden got injured this playoffs. Kyrie got injured. Kawhi got injured. Anthony Davis got injured. LeBron James got injured. That's 8 players. Am I missing anybody else?
No.
Those are 8 stars to superstars.
Harden.
We got Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Harden. There's 9
Murray.
guys right there. 10, Murray.
Kawhi. You said Kawhi.
Yeah, stars to superstars. About 10 players got injured. LeBron's right. Adam Silver started the season too early. But I mean, I think it was still the right call. A lot of people would have been out of jobs for a little bit. And it's important to get them back on the right track. Look, hey, I'm a little biased because, I guess we are a part of the media now. Think about it. But I support starting early.
Here's the problem with what LeBron says. Why did Irving get injured? He didn't play for 7 months.
That's true.
Why?
Neither did
all
Harden.
Why did Harden? Well, no, Harden was in the bubble, so fine, whatever. But Harden had like 5 months off. Like I understand the Lakers and the Heat complaining; they had 6 weeks off. Harden, you had like 4 months. KD was hurt the entire year. KD, you didn't play for a year and a half. Now, granted, that's an Achilles problem. Trae Young didn't play in the bubble.
Kawhi got rest. Yep. Trae Young didn't play in the bubble.
All these players, like, I just think it was bad luck.
So this is the bad luck final. Does this final count? Does this make Chris?
Yes, it counts.
Does it count? All right, cool.
It's just a bad finals.
The winner's got to win. Doesn't matter. You got to beat who you beat.
Yeah. It's a final. It's very good for Chris Paul. Put some top 5, 4 top point guard.
5. Point guard.
Where is he?
So,
is he better than? He's not better than Isaiah Thomas.
Not better than Isaiah Thomas.
Not better than Magic, and he's not better than Curry.
Okay, that's 3, right? Oscar Robertson.
Yeah, there you go. Now you debate it. Is he better than Oscar Robertson?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Is he better than
Oscar
John
Robertson?
Stockton?
Oscar Robertson
he
won a ring, right? With Kareem. Yeah. In 71. Is he better than Russell Westbrook?
Yes. Because he has a ring. Yes.
All time? I feel like Russell Westbrook gets a little bit of slack for his all-time plays, though.
He's top 10.
For sure.
Yeah.
Then you got to think John Stockton, all-time leading in assists. Better than Jason Kidd.
Yes.
I agree. I'd probably put him around the 5 or 6 range if he wins this ring. Where is he right now if he doesn't win this ring, though?
See, that's the thing that I was thinking about also. I don't know how much it pushes him up.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of interesting to say. Like, so where is Chris Paul in the top 10
I know Valley. He's 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So let's say we have. I think we both agree it's in no order: Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, and Isaiah Thomas ahead of Chris Paul, right? And then you get into the conversations of: is Russell Westbrook a better player? Is Jason Kidd a better player?
It's between him and Stockton to me.
Stockton a better player? Really?
Is he better than Stockton? That's my opinion. Because I think Stockton's better than Westbrook.
Is he better than Darren Williams?
All right. No, he is 100% better than Darren Williams.
Remember that debate for a while? And then
when Darren Williams used to be good, yes. When he was on the Jazz, I remember that.
Did you know, like, Darren Williams used to go to our church, like a sister church of ours? So, like, we used to go to the Orlando Church of Christ, and we went to, like, the New York Church of Christ back when he was playing with Brooklyn. Pretty interesting little tidbit. But I don't know. I feel like...
better than Jason Williams?
No, he's not.
You know where he plays him, right?
Huh?
You know where he plays with Jason Williams?
That's what I'm saying. This man's in the gym, like Orlando gym, wherever, like,
JCC.
whatever. He's just here. Yeah, just chilling, vibing. That's what I'm saying. Jason Williams is equal to Hoodie Miller of the greatest players of all time. Ooh. No, I don't think he's better than Mike Bibby. Is he better than Jeremy Lin?
I think Mike Bibby takes it.
No.
No, but okay, no, back to all seriousness. I think he is already 5.
Okay. He's 5. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, where do you put him? Like, and he has a lot of influence. Honestly, I mean, I haven't gotten to watch a lot of Jason Kidd, but my dad really likes him. He'd probably put him over Chris Paul. You got to just think point guards all time now. What about like Bob Cousy?
Frazier.
I
don't know too much about the 60s. I don't know much about Bob Cousy.
I'm a young boy.
Pistol Pete Maravich.
Pistol Pete. Jerry West.
Jerry West was a shooting guard, though.
Is he shooting guard?
Yeah. He's a point guard like how Allen Iverson was a point guard.
Except he won. So I got you. Right.
Yeah, he's 1-8 in the NBA Finals. Have you ever heard the story with Shaq and Jerry West?
No, go for it.
So this is right. I think it was like the first year the Shaq went to the Lakers. Right, you know, Jerry West was the GM or whatever. Yada. They lost in I don't know the second round or whatever. And Shaq was in the locker room, like in the training room, crying. And then Jerry West walked in, and then Shaq was like crying. He's like, "I can't do this. I don't know if I can do this. I'm just not meant to win." Jerry West slapped him in the face and said, "Listen here, you little." He called him a bitch, and he said, "I went 1-8. I went 0-8 before I won my first finals. I don't want to hear this from you." And he walked away. Jerry West is cool.
Awesome. Jerry West is a cool dude. What? How many rings does Jerry West have now?
1. Oh well, because he has the 3 people with the Lakers,
right? And he was influential on the Golden State team.
So he's got 6.
What? 6? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Jerry West. Good. 6 total. Wait, the Warriors only
7.
won 2.
7. He said 7 total.
7 total. Shout out to Jerry West. You know what I mean? He went from being 1-8 to having 7 rings to end his career.
7 and 8.
Awesome.
That's like LeBron numbers right there.
That's what I'm saying. Well, not 7 and 8, but like.
LeBron's
7
good.
and, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Well, you get the point. Either way, good times. Good times. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, Brook Lopez, he scored 33 points without Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like Brook Lopez. I always like Brook Lopez.
He can score. You know, I actually own a Brook Lopez jersey.
On the Nets?
Yep.
New Jersey and Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I was gonna just take off the lettering on the back and put it as Kyrie, but yeah, is what it is. All right, so is that gonna conclude our NBA playoffs? So, what did you give as your prediction for the Suns?
5, 4, just 6. Let's go 6.
6. I'm gonna go Suns, Bucks in 6 games. All right. We're too alike because every time I'm be like, yeah, look, this is my team. You know what? No, you didn't have the Suns. Okay, I just want to say you didn't have the Suns in the finals.
Okay, I had the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
That's all that matters. All right. I think our last topic of the day is going to be a little bit of football. Knock it out for like 10 minutes. Greg Olsen talks about getting paid like a left tackle. So this was kind of an interesting subject. He was talking about how he had some of the same responsibilities as a left tackle, having to protect, and he went over and he did wide receiver. He was like one of the best tight end wide receivers as well. So being in the blocking line and being a left tackle, do you think Greg Olsen deserves left tackle money? Let me tell you what left tackle money is. Let me see. Some of the best players are getting around 20, 23 million a year. So 23 million, 22 million, 19 million. Those are the top 5. Or top 4, top 3, whatever. You get the point. So that's where the range is over there. Do you think tight ends should be getting paid that much?
No.
Greg Kittle's getting around 15.
No.
No.
I think it's a stupid claim by Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen? He's
That's
an idiot?
Tight end is the second most useless position on the offensive in the offense.
What's the first?
Running back. You can replace a running back easily.
Okay. I thought you were talking about useless as in not important to the offense.
No, all of them are important. They're all important, obviously, because that's how football works. Everyone has to do something. But just because you block doesn't mean like wow. Yeah, running backs block also. Sometimes they have to block Sometimes they have to block the wide receiver, the quarterback's blind side also because the left tackle screws up. Should he get paid more? Because you can block.
Okay, I want to go over this real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna name the top 4. Actually, you're gonna tell me. Have you seen the notes yet?
Yeah, I've seen it already.
Okay, so the top 4. So I guess we're not gonna do a little guessing game, but the top 4 is Greg Kittle, Travis Kelce, Hunter Henry, and Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith. You think Jonnu Smith deserves Trent Williams money? Do you think Jonnu Smith deserves Laramie Tunsil money?
No.
Ronnie Stanley?
No.
No, not even Tyrone Smith money. And he's making $12 million a year. They're making the same amount of money.
Yeah.
What does Jonnu Smith do that left tackles like that makes him so important protecting the quarterback's blind side? You want to know the real argument to this? Why aren't left tackles being paid as much as right tackles nowadays? Just because it's their blind side? Often or not, before they used to put the best player on the left tackle side, right? So your right end was usually your best defensive player. Now it's interchangeable. They go on both sides. Having a left tackle is just as important as having a right tackle. Why aren't they paid just as similarly?
I still
Maybe
think
a little bit less.
No, I think left tackle should be paid more still.
How much more? No, I mean, I agree, but I don't think it should be in such a disparity.
It should be like a $3 million, $4 million type deal, I think.
Okay,
a $3 million
I can see it. Like a 2. I'm more of like, I was thinking 2.5 million.
I'm not saying like 10 million more, but like it should be. You should get a bonus basically because
That's
you're
what I'm
left tackle.
saying. I think a $2.5 million bonus. You know what I mean, for like a Tyrone Smith or a Jason Peters. Like imagine having Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper's good. Imagine Austin Hooper making as much money as Tyrone Smith. It makes absolutely zero sense. You know what's funny? Left tackles changed the game for both the running back and the quarterback. That's what makes them so important. What do they do for the running back, honestly, outside of drop balls,
Yeah.
in case of Evan. Imagine if Evan Ingram got paid as much as Tyrone Smith. I think I'd just stop being.
Evan Ingram doesn't block, he doesn't catch. He's decoration.
That's what I'm saying. They're ridiculous claims. Anyways,
34% of the NFL's tight ends are decoration.
34%, really?
No, 3 out of 4. I mean, 3 out of 4. I don't know why I said 34%. 3 out of 4. They're decoration.
How many tight ends can? You know what? I think that's kind of different. I think 3 out of 4 starting tight ends are decoration. And most other tight ends that you have on the roster are there for blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 100% agree. So I mean, some of the notes that I had was I don't know. The only thing is I feel like there should be a $2.5 million difference between left tackles and right tackles, and then a $1 million to $2 million difference between right tackles and guards, or centers, and then like $500,000 to $1 million with guards. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Sincerely,
Okay.
I'm glad we can agree on that. We should GM an NFL team. That'd be fun.
No.
Can we do a podcast where we just kind of like do rebuilds? That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
That'd be
The
fun.
only sport that I'm arrogant enough to say that I could like manage a GM is baseball. Only an American League team. I 100% believe I could manage an American League baseball team to at least 70 wins.
Interesting. I'm very excited. Which team?
And
Because
pick a team.
obviously they don't have a South. Okay, the Oakland Athletics.
I can
on their
get
budget.
I can get the Oakland Athletics with the same front office. I can get them to 70 wins. No doubt in my mind.
So, with
I'm being
70
dead
wins.
ass. I'm not even joking like Michael Porter Jr. Like I was joking about Michael Porter Jr. I would beat his ass. No, I'm serious. I think I could get a team to 70 wins.
There's absolutely no way, especially on Oakland's budget, especially from back in the day.
Well,
So, like, let's say we put
Yeah.
you on the Moneyball. We put you on Moneyball, right?
Moneyball. With Billy Bean, I could get them to the playoffs.
Okay, with Billy Bean. Okay, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Well, I'm saying with the front office. Yes, I can do it.
Okay. That makes sense. Let's see who has like.
Okay, the 2018 Yankees that won 100 games, I could get them 90 wins.
Oh, 100% agree. How about the Marlins? In general, the Marlins
I could get them more than 55 wins.
more than 55 wins.
No. Actually, no. The NL is complicated because you have a pitcher as batting. That's
Right.
complicated. That I concede. I'm not gonna mess around with that because I gotta manage bullpen, pinch hitters. No, American League, I can do it. Look at me. I've never been this serious. Look how serious I am.
I know that's why I'm looking up like what the records are in the American League. How about the Baltimore Orioles? You could do the Baltimore Orioles.
I could get the Baltimore Orioles to 55 wins.
There's just
All right, but think about it in all reality. The most losses in the modern era was like the Detroit Tigers with 49.
that's true. Okay,
I can get
agree.
55 wins. And that's what I'm saying. Like a team, like the Yankees right now, I can get 70 wins.
I feel like, well, yeah, but it's one of those things like if you manage them for more than 3 years, I don't think you'd be able to like hold their team for a decent amount of time. If that makes sense.
But the baseball coaching American League is the easiest sport to coach. Actually, basketball, it depends on your team.
I don't know. It's a good question. That's a very good question.
Like,
No,
what's the easiest sport to be a coach for?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking right now. What's the hardest sport to be a coach for?
Football.
Football or soccer? You
1,000%
think it's
football. Football.
Yeah,
1,000%. I gotta come up with a play every single time that I design. I gotta memorize that playbook, and then I gotta know what the defense. No, I gotta the amount of film that you need to watch. No, I know I don't have the brain power to do that. But baseball, I do.
I think so too. The easiest sport to coach. We're talking obviously only team sports, right?
Yeah, I think the easiest sport to coach is probably basketball.
What about hockey?
No, because hockey gets complicated with the formations and stuff, and like who you sub in and
Gotcha.
who you sub out. But basketball, the only thing you need to be able to do is manage personalities and drop inbound plays.
Right. So do you think? Let me see. I'm trying to think of teams where I'm like, okay, this is the greatest team of all time, right? So what? We're going over the 95-96 Bulls, right?
I
That's
won't manage.
the
I
greatest.
won't manage. Yeah, I wouldn't manage them to 72 wins.
No,
But
of course not.
But I will
But
make
do
the
you think
playoffs.
you could?
I
do you
could
think
make
you
the-
could
I could make the playoffs, and I think I could make the finals with that team.
Do you think you could win the finals with
No.
the 95-96 Bulls? No. Okay.
No, because
See,
I mean, I'll concede the fact that like now it's getting to a point that I don't understand enough strategy.
Right. Okay.
Like now, because when it gets to the playoffs, and like when, like I would think I would have a Doc Rivers problem, and like I wouldn't know how to do things in the clutch moments. I don't know what to do. My whole thing would be just give it to Jordan. Jordan, take care of it.
See, I think this is really interesting. So I want to see, like, I don't know. I want to think, My bad. I haven't eaten dinner, so this is me eating
Oh, yeah.
a little bit of a snack right now. But kind of to end our podcast, which is kind of interesting, I want to see how many wins you think you can get in every sport. So, like, let's go this.
Wait, but are you gonna pick the best team to keep it
Yeah, for
even,
the most part.
or like, are you gonna just pick a medium team if you can think
Best
of one?
team.
Oh, best
Best
team. Okay,
team.
fine.
Because if you're a medium team in the Prem, you'd get relegated. Anyway, so let's say you manage Manchester City. How many wins do you think you could get out of a 37-win season, a 37-game season? Just Prem.
I can get in the 50s. I could get 55, and I'll be a mid-table team.
55 points.
Yes, I would be a mid-table team. We finished like 8th or 9th.
Gotcha.
Because also with this, in all reality, with soccer, with football tactics, like I more or less understand what the hell, like what's going on when I'm watching on TV.
Right.
I understand what an overlapping run is. I understand when you go all out attack, like where to put people. I understand that.
Right. No. I think it's pretty interesting. Let me see. I think I'd probably finish like 12th or 13th, maybe. If I had
You
to
don't
manage
have that much
City.
confidence in yourself.
Dude, managing a football team? Nah, the tactics are pretty different. Like, the way Manchester City and Liverpool have their tactics. Like, I mean, maybe if I parked the bus, like Mourinho.
See, the problem I know you will run is once halftime happens and the other professional coach realizes what you're doing, you don't know how to counter it. That's the only thing.
Right. Unless, what I'm saying is, unless you park the bus. So, I mean, that's pretty, like, you know what I mean? If you just park the bus.
You can just do a Simeone tactic.
That's what I'm saying. So if I do my Simeone tactic, I think I could get like 12 wins. Not 12 wins.
To 12th place.
Yeah, 12th place in the Prem.
No.
I'm as good as Arsenal.
If you're doing Simeone tactics, you can get top 6 with that team. Only counterattack with Sterling. Just keep Sterling on top. As soon as Edison catches the ball, he kicks it out. You can 100% get top 6.
I think so. I don't know. I don't feel as confident in my abilities as a manager than you are. Nice. All right, so let's say if you had to manage the actually, for NFL, I'll let you choose. I don't know if the Kansas City Chiefs have the best defense, so you could. If you
give me Tampa, I can get you 4 wins, 5 wins, 4 wins, 4 wins, 4 wins.
4 wins. Who are you beating?
The Jets.
No, I have a question. Do you think
No. In all reality, football, I don't think if I can win a game with the Bucks as me being the head coach, I would be impressed. I don't think I'm winning a game.
Are you taking a playbook from Madden?
Oh yes, I would have to. I can't come up with plays for myself.
Okay. I think I could get 2 wins. Honestly, I feel a little more confident. I feel like I'm a little more confident than you are. I could get 2 wins. And it's just something that says, hey, look, if we're gonna run the ball a lot, we're gonna play super conservative, right? Just kick field goals. You know what I mean? Every time we get close. I feel like with our defense, if I just call out like a couple blitzes every now and then, we'd have at least a decent.
You don't even
chance.
need a call. You can have a defensive and offensive coach.
Look, I'm running into Sam Darnold, okay? I'm running into Sam Darnold twice. I'm taking one of those wins, okay? And then the other one's the Jets. That's 2 wins right there. That's all I have to say. And Jameis Winston. I'm playing Jameis Winston.
He's gonna throw a pick. He's gonna throw a pick if you just stand there.
3 wins.
If you call any defense, he'll throw a pick.
I could do 3 wins. I could do 3 wins in the NFL. I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling a little cocky, but I don't know.
I'm not confident with that.
I feel like I know a decent amount of football where I could be like, I get lucky. You got Tom Brady. You have, oh my goodness. You have Tom Brady, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown. Just be like, all right, Tom, throw it out. You got this. You'd be like, yeah. And plus, he'll help me out with the playbook. We'll be fine. So, yeah. All right. NBA. How many wins do you think you could get with the, pick your team.
Let's make Golden State Warriors back in the prime of KD and stuff.
Okay.
I could get 50 wins.
Honestly, Steph Curry, KD, Klay Thompson. I'm first in the West. Yeah, like that's how confident I feel.
All right, but how about this? The 2014 Spurs.
Ooh. See, now that's a harder team because they're
See, that's
very
because that's a
interchangeable.
good head coach. See, that's an example of a good head coach. I don't think
Okay.
I'd make the playoffs with that team.
No. What?
I don't make the playoffs with that team.
Who in the West? Who was like the 7th, 8th seed? Do you remember?
This
Like,
Golden
what
State
teams
Warriors.
The Golden State. Oh.
I'm not beat. The Thunder was on that was back when the West was like stacked, like really stacked. That's when Russell Westbrook didn't make the playoffs that year, even though he won 47 games. Like, no, I'm not making the playoffs with that team.
Yeah, no, I don't think I made the playoffs.
But if I have the 2016-17 Golden State Warriors, I'm making the finals.
Oh, for sure. And even then, I'd be like, yeah, I have a very good chance against LeBron.
Yeah.
I think I win.
This Suns teams, we would be a top 3 pick if I manage the Suns team.
Oh, with the Suns team? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monty Williams is fantastic. I think this is look. We didn't even have this in our script, and I think this is my favorite part of the show so far. Like this is a lot of fun. We should just be clowns for, like our entire podcast. It's so much more fun. Anyways,
we should do a podcast. Just wing it, completely wing it.
Completely wing the podcast.
We could go an hour. Next episode, let's
go
wing
an hour.
We could go an hour.
Just wing. Okay. I feel like we need to invite another person. Just like give us more fuel to just be like, all right, let's wing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. I'm so bad. All right, we'll wing the next podcast, and this gives us an opportunity just to be like, all right, let's do it, and then I don't have to worry about making a script or anything during side class. Perfect. All right. Let me see. What other sports do we have? Baseball. Baseball.
Depends. See, this is what I'm saying. It depends on the league.
The Houston Astros with cameras.
I can get in the 80s. I can get in the 80s.
You can get in the 80s, especially with how about without the cameras?
See, no, the camera. I don't think the cameras make any difference for me, in my opinion, as a manager.
As a manager, okay.
Because the problem with baseball is the pitching. That's the thing that you got to think. You got, and especially if you're the one if you're calling balls, if you're the one giving signs to the catcher. That's the thing.
All right, so I'm gonna put it like this: with the camera, I think I'm winning 82 games or more. Without the camera, I think I'm winning 82 games or less, but between the 82 range. Yeah. Honestly. See,
it would be more interesting if you give the worst team in the league in each league. What do you think is going to happen? Like, the worst team in the Prem, Norwich City. Are you winning a game? I'm not winning. I don't think I'm winning a game.
I think I'm winning one game, and it's probably against Tottenham, just because they'll choke somehow.
You got Todd Cantwell. The only one I know in Norwich City is Todd Cantwell.
They had I don't remember who was on that roster anymore.
Harry Kane used to be there.
They had a cute guy with the paws, but like really nice long flowing hair. He was cool.
Yeah, and he did Todd Cantwell, and he did like a celebration when he was like this.
Yes,
it's Todd Cantwell.
Todd Cantwell. He's great. I liked him. He was cool.
I liked him too.
Is he still on there?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this Norwich City. I hope they stay in the Premier next season.
Yeah.
It's like them and Brentford. Like if those three, like Brentford, Leeds is obviously going to stay for a while, but like Brentford, Leeds, and Norwich, like those were my three like guys where I was like, yo, I really like these championship teams.
I miss Blackburn.
Blackburn Rovers.
And Sunderland.
I like Sunderland FC just because of the Netflix show.
Yeah, now they're in Division 2.
Division 2, that's kind
of... They're the second division. They're the fourth division in English tier. In the English tier. That's how far they've fallen.
Fourth? Wait, so they fell from English 1?
Yes, League 1. They're now League 2.
Real? When? Last season? Or this
2 years ago.
Oh, wow. Wow. No, I thought they were
they're in League 2.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
Wow. Yeah, they got
unless they got promoted last year. But no, they were at League 2 last 2 years.
Yo, RIP.
After Adam Johnson, they went downhill.
All right. Did we cover all 4 major sports? What the teams?
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about hockey? I don't know enough.
Nah, I couldn't win a game in hockey.
Yeah.
Probably not. So, all right. Do you want to do the worst teams, or you want to call it a podcast? We're
I'm
at the
down
hour
to
and 10
this.
minute mark.
I'm down. It's up to you.
Full send. It doesn't matter. I have to edit it anyway, so it's my problem. All right. So worst team. All right, in the league. Worst team in the Prem League is probably.
Oh, let me just look up the table.
Yeah. Let's look at the
2021.
table. Actually, what are those guys' names? The guys who were like fifth. It was not Southampton. No, I forgot what their name is. The
Fifth?
Pirates. The Pirates last year. Yeah, they were
Sheffield
like
United.
sixth last. Sheffield United.
They're last.
That's it.
They came last.
All right,
Sheffield United went 7-2 and 29.
7-2 and 29. Do you think you could win a game?
I can win 3 games.
You could
No,
win
no,
3.
no. I can win. I can win a game. I can win a game. A game.
I was about to say I don't even know if I can draw
No.
with that team.
I'm not. If I'm coaching, I'm not going for draws. I'm going for wins.
You to play Bielsa? We just
Yes.
hate attackers.
All right. Let's do NBA's standings 2021.
NBA Detroit Pistons. Right? Worst team or the Houston Rockets?
No, the Rockets had 17 wins.
Gotcha.
I can win 3 games.
3 games. I could win more than 3 games, to be honest.
Oh,
I could
that
win.
team was Bonds. John Wall.
I don't know. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins. Wait, are they healthy to start the year?
No, it's a team. It's the team that happened. This is the team. Whatever happens, happens.
I don't know. I feel confident I could win like 5 or 6 games. I feel like, see, the thing about soccer is though, like, I don't think I could win a single game with Sheffield United, but I think I could win at least 5 games with the Houston Rockets. There's just less games, you know what I mean? I mean, there's more games for you to like have an opportunity to win. You know what I mean? So.
All right, the NFL, the Jets. No, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No, there's no way. I'm not winning a single game with the Jaguars.
Me too. And then MLB. MLB is the Orioles.
I'm winning at least 1 game with the Baltimore Orioles.
Hold on, let me see this. The Orioles. The O's. What is it? It's the Diamondbacks and the Orioles. The Diamondbacks is the National League and American League. It's the Orioles. I still stand by the fact I can win 55 games.
I feel like baseball's probably the easy. Yeah, you're right. Baseball's probably the easiest sport to manage. Which is just funny why the Yankees are so garbage.
Well, that's a coach problem.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. It's also a Gary Sanchez problem.
No, he's good now. He's good
No,
now.
I don't care. I don't care how good
Gary Sanchez is good now.
What? For like the last month or so? Oh my God. Whatever.
We should do a Yankee view, Bill. Finally talk about baseball on this podcast.
That would be actually a lot of fun. We should do a Yankee rebuild. Do you have MLB the show?
I do.
That sounds like the moves. That would be a lot of fun. All right. We should just. I'd probably get 45 wins. 45 wins. The Orioles.
Sure, bud. That confidence.
So.
Well, baseball. I consider baseball the sport I know the most, so that's what I'm saying. I can get 55 wins.
Right. I'd probably say the sport I know the most is probably football. That's why but the Jaguars roster is just devoid of talent, so I don't think I even have a chance. Plus, those guys, all the head coaches are really, really smart. So, I mean, it's like people like us who do commentary on it, not even close, you know? So, anyways, it's a little fun little podcast and the series. Episode, 16? Had a
17.
good time. Thanks. 17? No way.
17.
17. Yes. Episode 17. You know, when I was doing the short little story time, we have 17 episodes, but 13 is unreleased. Which is kind of interesting.
Why?
Well, that was the day that when I was super drowsy, like the day before I had COVID.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was just saying a whole lot of inappropriate things that probably shouldn't go on YouTube. So that one's just going to be in the vault forever. But yeah, good times. Anyway, any other points you want to add on before we end the podcast?
No.
Okay, guys, I would like to say thank you for listening to our podcast today. You guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us. As always, Kris is signing out, and I will be signing out for him. Ciao, guys. Goodbye.